Good morning. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I myself am delighted to be here and have the opportunity this morning to announce publicly the winner of LabCFTC's Project Streetlamp competition. This event, the first prize competition held by the agency, was conducted under the auspices of the Science Prize Competition Act, a law designed to stimulate innovation that has the potential to advance the mission of a federal agency. This legislative authority exists to facilitate new technology and innovation in the public interest. Of course, at the CFTC, responsible innovation is not a new concept. The Commodity Exchange Act itself specifies that one of its purposes is to promote responsible innovation and fair competition among boards of trade, other markets, and market participants. Project Streetlamp aligns with that goal. The competition called on innovators to leverage new technologies like artificial intelligence to help maintain the CFTC's registration deficient list, or red list. The red list identifies foreign entities potentially engaging in illegal activity. Project Streetlamp sought technology-based tools that could enable a more efficient and comprehensive search and review process. And now, it's my pleasure to announce the winner of our Project Streetlamp competition, Nakamoto Terminal. Here, on behalf of Nakamoto, is its founder and CEO, Adam Zarazinski. Adam has really been at the forefront of successfully bringing new technology to meet challenges in the financial markets for some time. In addition to his work leading Nakamoto Terminal, Adam is also the CEO of Inca Digital, a digital asset data aggregation and analytics provider for enterprises. Adam is also a former active member of the Air Force's Judge Advocate. He was a supervisory prosecutor at Joint Base Andrews and an operations law attorney in Afghanistan. And joining with us to recognize Nakamoto Terminal and present the award for its winning submission is our own CFTC Chairman Heath Tarbert. Chairman Tarbert joined the CFTC in July 2019 as the agency's 14th chairman. In addition to leading our agency, he's a voting member of the Financial Stability Oversight Council, vice chair of the International Organization of Securities Commission's board, and a member of the President's Working Group on Financial Markets. Previously, Chairman Tarbert served as Assistant Secretary for International Markets and subsequently as Acting Undersecretary for International Affairs at the U.S. Treasury. Among his many prior accomplishments, Chairman Tarbert led the bank regulatory practice at global law firm Allen & Overy and was a judicial law clerk to the Honorable Justice Clarence Thomas. Chairman Tarbert, we're very happy to have you with us.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Brian. Good morning, everyone. I am very excited to be here today. This marks the end of our first Science Prize competition. In fact, it's the first held by any U.S. financial regulator. As Brian mentioned, responsible innovation is at the very heart of the CFTC. It's an integral part of what we do, and it's important for us to move it forward. So I am very pleased and proud that today we are carrying it forward. Project Streetlamp and events like it highlight the importance of innovation. I want to congratulate LabCFTC and the spectacular team there on their important work. Innovation and technology have made our markets second to none. Since becoming chairman, I've highlighted my unwavering commitment to market integrity. Technology and innovation also help us fulfill this vital mission. But the government can't do it alone. Partnerships with all of you help in these efforts. Competitions like Project Streetlamp are the first step. Working together, we can identify necessary tools for our mission. I want to commend Nakamoto Terminal for their work today. They developed AI tools to address a need in our markets. Adam, thank you for your submission to our competition. I also want to recognize and commend your military service. So it's my pleasure officially to designate Nakamoto Terminal the CFTC's Innovator of the Year and to present to you this plaque, which you'll see shortly. And the plaque reads, in recognition of the winner of LabCFTC's Project Streetlamp competition and its innovative technological approach to identify foreign entities omitted from the CFTC's red list. You are the first, Adam, to receive this award, but we look forward to many others in the future. On behalf of the entire commission, I want to congratulate you and I want to thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations again, Adam, and to really the entire Nakamoto team. I think now we have a chance to learn a little bit more about what you and the team are doing at Nakamoto, how you're using data and technology, what went into your winning submission for Project Streetlamp. And I know, you and I have talked about new technology, including AI and machine learning, how they're continuing to develop rapidly and have a meaningful impact on our markets. Interested to hear your thoughts and views on how we can help here at the CFTC and also use some of these technologies at the CFTC. I know you have some views on that. So if you want to go ahead and share, I think you have a presentation as well.
Mr. Chairman, Brian, and Melissa, if you're out there, thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity to compete for the award. It was a good experience for our team, and obviously I'll kind of walk through what we do and how we won this award. But thank you guys, seriously. It was a really good experience. So yes, my name is Adam Zarazinski. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Inca Digital and our government contracting arm, Nakamoto Terminal. We're an open source intelligence company. We make it easy for other companies, our clients, to go out, collect data, store and clean that data, and ultimately create intelligence from open source data. Next slide, if you don't mind. Oh, I can do it. Sweet. Co-founded the company in 2018. I met the co-founder of Gainey at Interpol, actually. So we were both Interpol analysts, and what we were doing then is we were going out to any open source data that we could find, and we were collecting intelligence on transnational criminal networks for Interpol. So we were going out to places like Reddit and Facebook, messenger chat channels. We were scraping those places and then turning that into clean data sets that we were then pushing to Splunk. We created analytics, and then we sent those analytics to federal law enforcement agencies around the world, so the FBI and other countries' versions of the FBI. We then went our separate ways, so I went on to law school and then eventually joined the Air Force. Evgeny went on to lead network security for the Bank of France, and now a computer science professor at Sorbonne in Paris. Nights and weekends when I was in the military, we started trading cryptocurrency. And we were using some of the same tools that we were using back when we were at Interpol. We were going out, we were collecting open data sets, and we were trying to make informed decisions in the space. After a while, we thought, hey, maybe there's something here. Maybe we can actually help people understand this space better, help others make informed decisions in the space. Just like in criminal intelligence, honestly, everybody thinks that there's a lot of secret sauce that goes into it, but it's not really the case, right? 90% of intelligence is open. It's open data. It's going out and just finding those puzzle pieces and putting them together in the right way. So we decided to do that same thing for blockchain. We built a team around that, and our team is really great. Diverse backgrounds of people from all around the world with backgrounds in criminal intelligence and IT security, even neuroscience, and obviously finance and law. So I can go to the next slide. There we go. So this is what our platform actually looks like. So what we do is we go out and we collect open data from different sources. A lot of this is going to be specific to digital currency, but the platform itself is data neutral. And that's actually really important for this award, right? So our approach in building this data infrastructure was that in crypto and in open data generally, and Brian, this goes to your point, the technology is evolving so quickly that just creating clean data sets on what's popular now, you're going to get left behind in the dust. Things are moving too quickly. So you need flexible, auto-scalable data infrastructure in place to adapt to changing technology. And indeed, that's what we do for the CFTC already. So we're the data analytics provider on digital currency for the CFTC, and the Science Prize competition that we won is just another example of that, and it shows that that our system is data neutral. So a few examples, crypto specific. So we go out, we run our own nodes on different blockchains. We pull information from traditional media and social media, messenger chat channels. We have a blockchain forensics partnership with CipherTrace, so they're fully integrated into our platform. We pull data from over 500 market venues globally. We pull all this information in, we filter it, we normalize it, we clean it, and then we create structured data sets around all of that data that we pulled. We can send that direct to low latency data consumers through APIs and through data dumps, or we can add intelligence to those data streams in different ways. So that can be, simple, everything from simple correlations to complicated predictions in certain markets using AI. And the way that our clients consume this, like I said, it can be a lot of different ways, and it just kind of depends on the organization that you work for. So developers can consume data dumps and APIs through AWS Marketplace, or analysts can use dashboards through Splunk, or we can even create auto reports and alerts. And again, in terms of moving, how quickly these markets are moving, we have a large ecosystem in place, partnerships with Splunk and Booz Allen and AWS and Northrop, precisely because as anybody that's worked in the government knows, it's difficult to adopt new technology. Even the contracting process itself is really long. So a good way to integrate more quickly is to have those partnerships in place. It just makes it easy, right? All these organizations already have Splunk in-house. They're already working with Northrop or with Booz Allen. And it just makes it much easier to integrate new tech quickly. Okay, a few actual examples of what we do. So we pull in all of this data, we analyze the data, and I'm just I'm a dumb military lawyer, so I need to analogize everything to food. I kind of liken us to Subway. So we have all of this bread and cheese and meat that's kind of sitting out in front, and then users can come to us and pick this kind of sandwich that they want. And it's very easy for us to take all the ingredients and put that sandwich together. So that can be, for example, Haymeyer Trading, who's very involved with the CFTC Technology Advisory Committee. They use us to backtest trading hypotheses, specifically in cryptocurrency. Or ARSX, right? They're a regulated exchange in Chicago. They use us for all of their operations and compliance. Can be those types of trading examples, all the way to what the Department of Defense uses us for, which I find really interesting. So they use us for open data analytics on counter-threat finance. Specifically in crypto, what they look at is how Venezuela is using a central bank digital currency, the Petro, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with, to evade sanctions, right? Or how North Korea is doing the same thing, or how the Chinese central bank is building out their own central bank digital currency to try to create peer-to-peer mechanisms so they can avoid the U.S.-based financial system. Okay, now what we did specifically for this competition. So this is just an example of how we can basically take everything that we have already, all the infrastructure that we already have, and use it for a different use case. Our AI and natural language processing module that we use for this competition, for example, it's data neutral. We can do the same thing that we do for crypto in other markets. And again, that's just our approach to having a flexible system as the dynamics of data and tech evolve. A few high-level points. So basically all we did was we just trained our AI model to decide whether or not a company should be added to the CFTC's red list. We took the CFTC lists that already existed, so the list of the good guys that are registered and the list of the bad guys that were already on a red list. We trained our system on that. Then we went out and we pulled information on entities from public sources, like their websites, social media like Twitter, mentions on Reddit and the news, and looked for similar organizations. On average, it took about 1.7 seconds for the model to decide whether or not the company should be added to the red list, and then give it a score. So what you're looking at the bottom there is the likelihood score that, hey, this is a company that is relevant to the CFTC and that should be added to the red list. And interestingly, it took around 10 data points to identify each entity. So that could be, for example, 10 tweets that a company made. The other kind of important point, and this goes to where technology is moving generally, we are able to process a lot of data. So we were able to scale up our computational resources and our storage capacity to address the needs of this challenge, and then scale back down after we were done. And for a lot of smaller companies like ours, we're a small self-funded, veteran-owned fintech company. That auto scalability is really important, and that goes back to, again, those partnerships and having things like flexible infrastructure. If you want cost-effective solutions from companies like us to be able to provide something like this, which is in a lot of ways what big intelligence agencies are doing. This is what Interpol is doing on just a bigger scale. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to talk about on that. And honestly, you don't want me to do a deeper dive anyway. If you guys have questions, though, I'm happy to get my tech team on the phone. That's it. I don't want to take up any more time. These are just some of our capabilities. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, again, and Brian for giving me this opportunity. And yeah, it was really great to participate in.
Thank you again, Adam. I thought the presentation was great, and particularly to hear a little bit more about how you were able to leverage the data sets you already have for Nakamoto and then turn them to do sort of this new application, finding entities that might belong on the CFTC red list. So that's really fantastic. I know you and the team are very engaged with bringing technology to challenges like the one we had in Project Streetlamp. So I just want to thank you again and the entire Nakamoto team for your interest and participation. And I think at this point, we need to get ready for our next panel. So I want to pass the baton to my colleague and friend, LabCFTC's Senior Innovation and Education Advisor, Siobhan Kershaw, who we heard earlier, and who will also be moderating our next panel addressing DeFi. So looking forward to that. Thank you all again very much, and one last time to Adam and Nakamoto.